Welcome to the 9 at 9 for Monday, April 11th, 2011. I'm Tom, I'm your host, and here's 9 important things you need to know for your business this week. And we start number 1 with an inspirational quote from Ingrid Bergman. Remember Ingrid Bergman? She starred in Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart. She was really a big one about trust and intuition, and she said, you must train your intuition. You must trust that small voice inside of you, which tells you exactly what to say and what to decide. And that was a great inspirational quote from Ingrid Bergman that I share today in our important message, because really, as we look at trust is important. Trust is certainly important in our relationship as your servant, the person who provides programs and promotions and support for you. There is an expectation you have of what you expect us to happen, and then there's your experience, what actually happens. And what we try to do is make sure that what you expect and what you experience, your experience is even better than what you expected. And the question that I'll ask you is, how do we fill the gap? In everything in our lives, not just our business, we have an expectation of what we want to have happen, what we think will happen, and the actual experience of what does happen. And how do we fill that gap? And how we fill that gap in between what we expect and what happens is really important and really does a lot to tell us about how our experience is and how positive and trusting, in the end, that's it, trusting we are. You can only fill that gap doing one of two things. You can believe the best, so you can expect and as you wait for the experience, believe the best, or you can assume the worst. There's only one of two things, and what we want you to do is believe the best, because we're here to make your experience incredible, even better than your expectations. And some of the things that are going on and that we have going on this week, it's really important that you believe the best. We need your support because we're here to make sure the experience is even better than your expectation. Believe the best. Hey, number 2 we want to let you know is where we're at in our goals. We're going to stay focused every month on where we're at. Our sales goal is $40,000 for the month. As of this morning, we're at $4,483. We're a little over 10%, but we're a third of the way done in the month. So our recruiting goal, we've got 2 recruits so far in the month, and our goal is 20. Our personal show goal is 10. We've held 2 so far. We had a show Saturday in Jacksonville, Florida. Wonderful hostess, Susan Smoker, I've known many years. Great show. And then shows held for Aloette Southeast. Our goal is 90. We've had 6 so far. So just keep you updated on our progress towards our goal. They're very important. Number 3, you're going to hear me talk about this a couple times today on the 9 to 9. Mark your calendar. This Friday, April 15th. If you don't have your taxes done, get that done. That's important. But more important than that, at 12 noon, we've got big news on the last 2 weeks of April for Aloette Southeast. I heard a rumor that Captain Enzyme is even going to show up on this webinar. Our goal is to have 100 people. Many of you, all you leaders on this call, I'm going to call you this week, and I'm going to say, how many are you going to have on the call? We need to get people who said they were, inactive or have fallen by the wayside back on. Get them on this call. Big news this Friday. You're going to hear me mention this again. It's that important. 12 noon. 100 people, big news on the last 2 weeks of April, all the same information as you've joined us on our normal webinar is provided. Number 4 thing you need to know for your business this week is that body wash. It's back. It makes every morning better for me, I gotta tell you. I love that product in the shower. Much thicker formula. Buy one for full price at $18, get the second one for $5, $23. Great product, no parabens, no sodium lauryl sulfate, great smell. Just fabulous. Introduce people into our Aloette body wash because they love this product. And it's on BOGO only through the 14th, only through Thursday at midnight, just like these great sets. Number 5 for your business today is these exclusive value packages. These, which have been hugely popular and you have made it so, are only available through midnight on the 14th. The Color Essentials, the Platinum Basics. Anybody who's been interested or needs to reorder, this is the best deal they're going to get on these. So contact them this week. Midnight on the 14th, they come out of the system. They're great savings, and you're going to see something exciting now. So don't worry, but take advantage of these because they won't be around after Thursday. Number 6, there's a great sales challenge. You have to know that those of you who make the challenge with 500 in sales by Thursday night at midnight, we're going to personally pack a special grab bag for you that's going to have all kinds of fabulous items in it. Some you've seen, some you haven't seen, many you didn't earn. And that's for those people who have 500 or more in sales from April 1st through the 14th. And remember, on the 15th at noon, we have that big webinar, but make it by midnight this Thursday. You got 4 days, got the great sets, we've got the Bogon, the body wash. You can make it happen with what you expect and what you experience. Believe the best. Believe that you're going to make it happen. People love our products. Number 7 thing to know for your business today, the website. If you haven't logged on to AloetteSoutheast.com and you haven't gone into the back office, please do so. Remember, when you click Get Weekly Sales Info or Sales Area, you'll need the username and password. Username is Southeast, password is Aloette. You'll want to make sure you can get back there, not only to get the items that are already there for you, but when we have our big webinar on Friday, any support material you'll need will be on the Aloette Southeast website, downloaded there, ready for you to access. And if you haven't played around and don't know how to get it yet, it's gonna take a lot of time just playing around before you can get it. So take some time this week, just make sure you can access it. If you can't, please let us know, because remember, we want your experience to be even better than your expectation, and we have people who will help you make sure you can access that. That's kind of 7A is the website. 8 is, of course, our Monday is webinar day. I get up in the morning, I get everything ready, I put on my shirt and tie. It's kind of like working at the office almost, but much better, because I actually have shorts on. So every Monday we have our webinar, 9 at 9 this morning at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock we have our new consultant training. We've posted Chapter 1, Chapter 2 is being edited. Today we're doing Chapter 3 and Chapter 5, which is Aloette Show preparation and presentation. Our opportunity webinar at 8 p.m. If you have anybody who's even slightly interested in hearing about Aloette, or somebody who you want to reactivate, who's been out of the business for a year or more, and you want to get going because there's big news coming up, have them join us tonight at 8 p.m. All the same webinar information, and then at 9 p.m. I do an encore presentation of this 9 at 9 things for 9 minutes. And we've only taken 7 minutes as we come to number 9, and it is again the reminder. This Friday, April 15th at 12 noon, you're going to get an invitation reminder probably every day. Friday at 12 noon, big webinar, big information for the last 2 weeks of April. Be there, be square. Again, Captain Enzyme may appear, all the normal login information. We want to have you and everybody you know in our Aloette family on that webinar as we share some exciting information for the last 2 weeks of April. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. We can't wait to see you there. Thanks again for joining us this Monday for our 9 at 9. 9 great things to know for your Aloette Southeast business. Have a great week, everybody.